इंडिया रैंक सेकंड था। तो मैंने कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम्स क्रैक किए हैं और अभी सेशन कैसे चल रहे हैं कि मैं आपको हेल्प करने वाला हूं कि आपका जेई 2023 जो जनवरी में एग्जाम आ रहा है उसमें आप अपना बेस्ट रिजल्ट कैसे लाओगे। तो पिछले 2 दिन हमारे सेशन हुए हैं, हाउ टू गेट 99 परसेंटाइल, हाउ टू गेट 250 प्लस मार्क्स। आज का सेशन में हम लोग टाइम टेबल डिस्कस करने वाले हैं, क्योंकि पहले जैसे बताया था कि जो आप प्लानिंग करते हो, या अभी 30-35 दिन बाकी है, जो प्लानिंग करते हो वो क्रूशियल है, ठीक है, क्योंकि नहीं तो टाइम वेस्ट कर दोगे बहुत सारा। तो आज मैं बताने वाला हूं कि कैसे एग्जैक्टली टाइम टेबल बनाना है, आपको क्या फोकस करना है, आपका डे सारे दिन का आपको किस टाइम पे क्या करने वाले हो वो बताने वाले हैं। विल ऑल्सो टेल अबाउट हाउ टू सेट द प्रायोरिटीज ऑफ योर चैप्टर। तो प्रायोरिटीज के ऊपर हमने पिछला लाइव सेशन किया था, येस्टरडे वाला, वो चेकआउट कर लेना इस सेशन के बाद, और भी बेटर आइडियाज मिल जाएंगे। तो चलो शुरू करते हैं, बताते हैं कि आपको टाइम टेबल कैसे बनाना है अपने लिए। और एक बहुत सही टेक्निक दिखाने वाला हूं, बहुत सही, ये यूएस के प्रेसिडेंट अपना टाइम डिसाइड करने के लिए करते हैं वो टेक्निक, वो आपको देने वाला हूं मैं आज, ठीक है। तो समझना, मेरे साथ रहना थ्रू आउट, तोड़ के हर एवरीथिंग वील डिस्कस, ओके। तो चलो स्टार्ट करते हैं। सबसे पहला तो ये सबसे क्रूशियल स्लाइड है, क्योंकि प्लानिंग करने से पहले ये जानना होता है कि हमारा गोल या ऑब्जेक्टिव क्या है। तो गोल है जनवरी 2023 में जो जेई आने वाला है उसमें हमें सबसे अच्छे नंबर लाने हैं, और वो डेट्स हैं 24 तारीख से लेकर 31 तक। बीच में 26 देयर इज नो एग्जाम, क्योंकि 26 को रिपब्लिक डे है, इसीलिए उस दिन एग्जाम है नहीं। तो अभी आज का डेट क्या है? आज का डेट है 20 तारीख, दिसंबर में 31 दिन है। तो टोटल हाउ मेनी डेज डू वी हैव लेफ्ट? वी हैव अबाउट 34 डेज लेफ्ट। तो 34 डेज में व्हाट इज गोइंग टू बी योर प्लान? ये वीडियो का टाइटल क्या था? ये वीडियो का टाइटल था टाइम टेबल फॉर 30 डेज। क्यों 34 डेज है? 30 डेज का टाइम टेबल क्यों दे रहे हैं? क्योंकि 4 दिन आपको एज बफर रखना है। बफर मतलब आपका प्लान थोड़ा इधर उधर खिसक सकता है, इट माइट गेट स्लाइटली मेस्ड अप, राइट। हाय राजेश, वेलकम टू द सेशन। सो आपका भी 34 डेज है, बट 4 डेज इज द बफर। थोड़ा गड़बड़ हो गया तो यू कैन मैनेज, और अगर नहीं भी हुआ, इफ यू फिनिश इन 30 डेज, 4 डेज जस्ट मॉक टेस्ट देते रहो, एक के बाद एक मॉक टेस्ट देते रहो, ओके। तो आपको प्रायोरिटाइज कैसे करना है उसको लेके बात करते हैं, ठीक है। चलो शुरू करते हैं सेशन को। तो डेट्स पता चल गए। अब जो मेथड बताने वाला हूं प्रायोरिटाइजिंग का, ये अच्छे से समझो, ठीक है, ये बहुत क्रूशियल है। ये जैसे मैं बोला, यूएस प्रेसिडेंट्स ये मेथड यूज करते हैं, ओके। इसको दिस इज कॉल्ड एन आइजनहावर मैट्रिक्स। उसको मैंने जेई के बेसिस पे सेट किया है, इट्स कॉल्ड द जेई प्रायोरिटी मैट्रिक्स, ठीक है। तो इट्स सिंपल, ठीक है। स्टे विथ मी थ्रू आउट, स्टे विथ मी हाउ दिस इज गोइंग टू वर्क। तो आपका ऐसे पेज को यू ब्रेक अप द पेज इनटू दीज 4 सेगमेंट्स, 4 सेक्शंस, सेक्शन 1, सेक्शन 2, सेक्शन 3, सेक्शन 4, एंड दिस इज योर वेटेज एक्सिस। वेटेज एक्सिस मतलब है कि व्हाट इज द वेटेज ऑफ द चैप्टर विद इन योर जेई, ठीक है। टू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट इज द वेटेज, व्हाट आर द मोर इंपॉर्टेंट चैप्टर्स, सी द लास्ट लाइव सेशन दैट विल बी ऑन यूट्यूब। फिनिश दिस सेशन, गो बैक देयर, एंड देन यू कैन फिल अप दिस टेबल, ओके। तो वेटेज एक्सिस इज ओवर हियर, एंड हियर इज योर डिफिकल्टी एक्सिस, कि हाउ डिफिकल्ट दैट चैप्टर इज फॉर यू। अब दिस इज रिलेटिव, ठीक है, ये रिलेटिव है। मेरे लिए कुछ या किसी स्टूडेंट के लिए कुछ चैप्टर डिफिकल्ट होगा, फॉर समवन एल्स दैट माइट बी इजी। तो दैट इज व्हाई दिस इज वेरी कस्टमाइजेबल, दिस इज अ वेरी पर्सनलाइज्ड थिंग व्हिच यू विल बी यूजिंग, ओके। तो इसको हाउ डू यू प्रोसीड विद दिस, व्हाट डू यू अंडरस्टैंड बाय दिस? इसमें ही आपको प्रायोरिटी सेट करने हैं। पहला, दिस इज सेक्शन 1। सेक्शन 1 क्या है? वेटेज में ज्यादा है, डिफिकल्टी में ज्यादा है। तो दिस इज हायर वेटेज, हायर डिफिकल्टी। जो चैप्टर्स हायर वेटेज, हायर डिफिकल्टी में है, यू कीप दैट इन दिस सेक्शन। जिनके मार्क्स ज्यादा आते हैं जेई में, प्लस जो यू फील आर डिफिकल्ट फॉर यू, ओके, दोज गो इन दिस सेक्शन। ये फिजिक्स, केमिस्ट्री, मैथ, तीनों का अलग अलग मैट्रिक्स बनाना, ओके। तो सपोज मैं आपको सैंपल भी दिखाऊंगा ताकि आपको पता चले कैसे यूज करते हैं। तो हायर वेटेज, हायर डिफिकल्टी हो गया। इस साइड में आओगे तो क्या है? वेटेज अभी भी ज्यादा है, क्योंकि अब भी पॉजिटिव वाई एक्सिस सोच सकते हो, लेकिन डिफिकल्टी कम है। तो ये सेगमेंट हो गया हायर वेटेज, लोअर डिफिकल्टी। यहां पे वेटेज ज्यादा है, लेकिन वो चैप्टर्स उतने कठिन नहीं लगते आपको, ठीक है, आपको लगता है कि वो जल्दी हो जाएंगे, मार्क्स भी अच्छे आ जाएंगे, मार्क्स भी बहुत सारे आने वाले हैं उससे, क्वेश्चंस बहुत आने वाले हैं, लेकिन उतना मुश्किल नहीं है, इट्स नॉट दैट डिफिकल्ट। इन दैट केस ये हो गया हायर वेटेज लोअर डिफिकल्टी। तो यू पीपल कीप पुटिंग इट इन द चैट व्हाट यू फील इज हियर, हायर वेटेज हायर डिफिकल्टी इज 1, दिस इज 2, तो ऐसे नंबर पे चैट में डालो 1 डॉट व्हाट इज द चैप्टर which you feel is higher weightage, higher difficulty. Then बाकी students and even I will get to know कि what kind of chapters you people expect over here. Alright, so what you feel, which chapters, any subject, physics, chemistry, maths, what you feel is higher weightage, higher difficulty, comment it there, 1, full stop, then put the chapter name. If it is something you feel is higher weightage, lower difficulty, 2 dot, put the name over there, chapter name over there. ठीक है? So these are the two sections. Third section is over here, that is lower weightage, lower difficulty. मतलब चैप्टर भी आसान है और उसका वेटेज भी कम आता है, ज़्यादा मुश्किल नहीं है। ठीक है, तो दैट इज लोअर वेटेज लोअर डिफिकल्टी, मेहनत कम है, मेहनत ज़्यादा नहीं लगाना है, एंड ऑल्सो उसमें मार्क्स कम आते हैं। ठीक है, उतने मार्क्स नहीं आते हैं, बट स्टिल कुछ आ जाएंगे। अगर कम मेहनत से मिल गया 1-2 मार्क्स भी, एक क्वेश्चन भी मिल गया 4 मार्क्स का, दैट्स अ लॉट। ठीक है, तो ये हो गया आपका लोअर वेटेज लोअर डिफिकल्टी। लास्ट है फोर्थ सेक्शन, ऐसे भी कुछ चैप्टर है जिनका वेटेज कम है लेकिन उनके डिफिकल्टी ज्यादा है। ठीक है, दिस इज लोअर वेटेज हायर डिफिकल्टी, क्योंकि डिफिकल्टी एक्सिस में ये ज्यादा है लेकिन वेटेज एक्सिस में ये कम है, तो दिस इज लोअर वेटेज हायर डिफिकल्टी। ये वाले करने भी मुश्किल है और करके भी मार्क्स बहुत कम आते हैं। तो ये होगा आपका प्रायोरिटी मैट्रिक्स। मैं आपको बताऊंगा कि ये मैट्रिक्स आपको भरना कैसे है। ठीक है, हाउ डू यू नीड टू फिल अप द मैट्रिक्स एंड ऑल्सो हाउ टू यूज द मैट्रिक्स आफ्टर यू फिल्ड इट। दिस मैट्रिक्स सिंप्लीफाइज थिंग्स, बहुत सिंपल कर देगा चीज को। आप पढ़ने बैठोगे, हर दिन सोचना नहीं पड़ेगा कि पहले क्या करना है, अगले दिन क्या करना है, पूरा सेट रहेगा। बस एक दिन 5 से 15 मिनट लगेंगे मैक्सिमम हर सब्जेक्ट के लिए। एक दिन बैठ के ये मैट्रिक्स भर दो एंड यू आर सॉर्टेड। ठीक है, तो दिस इज द जेई प्रायोरिटी मैट्रिक्स। आई होप दिस स्लाइड इज क्लियर टू यू ऑल। अगर क्लियर है या कोई डाउट है, पुट इट डाउन इन द कमेंट सेक्शन, आई विल एक्सप्लेन, बिकॉज दिस इज इंपॉर्टेंट। मोस्ट ऑफ व्हाट फॉलोज आफ्टर दिस will be based on this. Okay, you can create your entire 30-day plan on this. चलो, now we'll look at a sample JEE priority. ठीक है, for physics. Physics का एक sample try करते हैं। Physics का sample क्या है? ये देखो, यहाँ पे फिर से weightage axis, difficulty axis हो गया। ये वाला section क्या था? This was higher weightage, higher difficulty. तो इसमें किस टाइप के चैप्टर्स जाएंगे फिजिक्स में? करंट इलेक्ट्रिसिटी, मैकेनिक्स, इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक्स, हीट एंड थर्मोडायनामिक्स। करंट इलेक्ट्रिसिटी में सबसे ज्यादा यू गेट द मैक्सिमम नंबर ऑफ क्वेश्चंस फ्रॉम करंट इलेक्ट्रिसिटी, तो वो तो यहां पे रहेगा और वो थोड़ा डिफिकल्ट भी है क्योंकि उसमें आपके एमीटर्स वोल्ट मीटर्स आ जाएंगे, इवन आरसी सर्किट्स आ जाएगा। ठीक है, तो उसमें थोड़ा बहुत तो है, डिफिकल्ट है, स्टूडेंट्स को लगता है डिफिकल्ट, लेकिन उसमें क्वेश्चंस बहुत आते हैं। तो आपका वेटेज ज्यादा है, डिफिकल्टी भी आपके लिए ज्यादा होगा। अगर नहीं हुआ तो आप दूसरी जगह भर सकते हो कि नहीं हो गया आपका करंट इलेक्ट्रिसिटी। फिर क्या आता है? फिर आता है मैकेनिक्स। मैकेनिक्स में बहुत सारे हैं, आप इसमें रोटेशनल मैकेनिक्स भी ऐड कर दो, आप नॉर्मल लॉज ऑफ मोशन भी ऐड कर दो। वेटेज बहुत आता है। लॉज ऑफ मोशन वाज द चैप्टर फ्रॉम वेयर द सेकंड मोस्ट नंबर ऑफ क्वेश्चंस केम। ओके, सो मैकेनिक्स इज अगेन हाई डिफिकल्टी, हाई वेटेज। Next, electrostatics. Electrostatics में you have electric field, you have potential, you have capacitance. A lot of weightage comes. If you have not seen that weightage thing, go to the live session, yesterday's live session, the 99 percentile live session. वहाँ पे मैंने पूरा weightage के बारे में बताया है, कौन से chapters किस priority पे होंगे। फिर आता है heat and thermodynamics. Heat and thermodynamics again students को थोड़ा मुश्किल लगता है, इसमें kinetic theory of gases भी लगा लो, thermal properties of matter वगैरह भी लगा लो इसमें। ठीक है, वो स्टूडेंट्स को थोड़ा डिफिकल्ट लगता है, लेकिन एग्जाम में बहुत, जेई में बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, काफी मार्क्स आने वाले हैं। 2 से 3 क्वेश्चंस आने वाले हैं हर पेपर में। ठीक है, 2 से 3, 2 तो आ ही जाएंगे लगभग, समझ लो तुम। तो 8 मार्क्स आर ओवर हियर। ठीक है, लेट मी नो इन द कमेंट हाउ मेनी पीपल अग्री विद दिस। आपके लिए थोड़ा अलग हो सकता है। ठीक है, शिवा, आई एम ऑल्सो स्पीकिंग इन हिंदी, तो मैं थोड़ा हिंदी बताऊंगा, थोड़ा इंग्लिश बताऊंगा, क्योंकि सब लैंग्वेज के ही स्टूडेंट्स हैं यहाँ पे। तो आपको अगर कोई पार्ट समझ में नहीं आया चैट में डालो, मैं क्लैरिफाई कर देता हूँ। तो ये है हाई वेटेज हाई डिफिकल्टी का ये सेक्शन। ये सैंपल है, ये एग्जैक्टली फॉलो नहीं करना है, आपके लिए डिफिकल्टी अलग हो सकता है, तो आपको अकॉर्डिंगली भरना है। अब कैसे टाइप्स के चैप्टर्स आएंगे इसमें, दिस इज हाई वेटेज लोअर डिफिकल्टी। तो इसमें क्या आ जाएगा, मॉडर्न फिजिक्स आ जाएगा। मॉडर्न फिजिक्स इज सिंपल। मॉडर्न फिजिक्स मतलब क्या हुआ आपका, डुअल नेचर ऑफ रेडिएशन एंड मैटर। सिंपल चैप्टर, एक ही फॉर्मूला H इज इक्वल टू P इज इक्वल टू H बाई लैम्डा, उसी के बेसिस पे बहुत सारा काम हो जाता है। सो दोज आर इजी चैप्टर्स। फोटो इलेक्ट्रिक इफेक्ट इजी चैप्टर, बट इट हैज अ लॉट ऑफ वेटेज। तो लो डिफिकल्टी हाई वेटेज। सेम रे ऑप्टिक्स। रे ऑप्टिक्स कुछ स्टूडेंट्स को लगता है कि ये थोड़ा क्या कहते हैं मुश्किल हो सकता है, लेकिन इसमें बस एक दो टाइप के ही फॉर्मूलाज है, उसके बेसिस पे ही हो जाएगा, ठीक है। इवन रे ऑप्टिक्स कैन बी कंसिडर्ड इजी। फिर से आई एम टेलिंग यू दिस माइट बी डिफरेंट, तुम्हारे लिए रे ऑप्टिक्स इस साइड पे हो सकता है, तो अपना टेबल खुद बनाना। नोवा, व्हाट चैप्टर्स टू लीव? नोवा, यू वर देयर इन द लास्ट सेशन। इन द लास्ट सेशन वी डिस्कस द प्रायोरिटी बेसिस, तो उस प्रायोरिटी बेसिस पे ट्राई टू चूज व्हाट चैप्टर्स टू फोकस ऑन बोन, ओके। तो ये हो गया वेटेज लो, हाई वेटेज लो डिफिकल्टी। नेक्स्ट आता है दिस इज लो वेटेज लो डिफिकल्टी। वेव ऑप्टिक्स, तीन ही चीज है, पोलराइजेशन, इंटरफेरेंस, डिफ्रैक्शन। सिंपल थिंग्स, मार्क्स भी कम आते हैं इससे। तो ये हो गया तुम्हारा लो वेटेज लो डिफिकल्टी। परमानेंट मैग्नेटिज्म, अर्थ मैग्नेटिज्म वगैरह, सिंपलर चैप्टर्स, ठीक है, लेकिन अगेन मार्क्स कम आते हैं। फिर ईएम वेव्स में तो है ही क्या, थोड़ा सा वो डिस्प्लेसमेंट करंट का है, दैट मोर और लेस उसी पे है। तो ये भी तुम्हारा हो गया लोअर डिफिकल्टी हो गया, एंड यू हैव लो वेटेज फॉर दिस ऑल्सो। और लास्टली ये वाला सब स्टूडेंट्स को डाउट होता है कि ऐसा क्या कोई चैप्टर है भी, इज देयर एनी चैप्टर वेयर इट इज डिफिकल्ट एंड मार्क्स आर ऑल्सो लेस? Yes, there are a few chapters. Mechanical properties of fluids, it's a vast topic. हाइड्रोस्टैटिक्स है, सरफेस टेंशन है, विस्कोसिटी है, फिर और एक सेगमेंट क्या था, व्हाट वाज द अदर सेगमेंट? सरफेस टेंशन, विस्कोसिटी, हाइड्रोस्टैटिक्स, बर्नौलीज थ्योरम, फ्लूइड फ्लो, बहुत कुछ है, ठीक है, लेकिन मार्क्स कम आते हैं इससे। तो उतना मेहनत लगाओगे और मार्क्स बहुत कम आएंगे। फिर EMI, इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक इंडक्शन, अगेन मार्क्स आर लो फॉर दिस। It is a difficult chapter. There's quite a few things over there. Lenz law में directions can create a problem. Directions में थोड़ा problem हो सकता है, लेकिन EMI is going to be a difficult chapter for most students, but there are less marks for this. ठीक है, तो I hope तुम लोगों को समझ में आया होगा. I hope you have understood what to do over here, how to fill this up. Again, this is going to be personal for you. What you feel difficult will be in different places. ठीक है, वेटेज क्या है, व्हाट इज द वेटेज दैट वाज देयर इन द प्रीवियस सेशंस लाइव वीडियो, रेफर टू दैट, उसको पूरा देखना, उसमें बताए हैं चैप्टर वाइज हर सब्जेक्ट के, एंड मेक अ सब्जेक्ट वाइज प्रायोरिटी मैट्रिक्स फॉर योरसेल्फ। हर सब्जेक्ट का, फिजिक्स का एक प्रायोरिटी मैट्रिक्स होगा, केमिस्ट्री का एक प्रायोरिटी मैट्रिक्स होगा, मैथ्स का एक प्रायोरिटी मैट्रिक्स होगा, ओके। कैन आई डू दैट अलोन? 80% come from surface tension and viscosity. Nova, can I do that alone? Yes, you can do that alone, but this I'm going overall chapter wise. So I'll tell you Nova, how to use this, because you want this has to be made to create your 30-day plan. How to most effectively plan your 30 days, ki which chapters to pair together, ठीक है? तो I'll tell you how to use this matrix, so understand that very well. So this is our matrix, ठीक है? Once again, this is our matrix, section 1, section 2, section 3 and section 4, and I'll tell you the rules you have to follow to make your 30-day plan. Now the first rule is that, this I'm just saying out, this is not going to come here, ki don't think I'll do only one chapter at a time. One chapter means you can give certain time to a chapter, but you need to punch 2-3 chapters together. You need to punch at least 2 chapters together, otherwise you will get bored. If I tell you 5 hours, 6 hours, do one chapter, you will get bored, ठीक है, and your efficiency will drop. So keep another chapter running parallelly. Do them together, plan it out accordingly. Now comes the rules. How do you pair the 2 chapters? That is where this matrix is very powerful. How to pair two chapters. So here's the first rule. Pair 1 with 2. Meaning, Pair one chapter from section 1 with one chapter from section 2. This has to be your pairing. Okay, one from section 1. Suppose in the previous slide, what did we have? We have, say, current electricity here, and we had ray optics or modern physics here. तो current electricity कर रहे हो, उसके साथ modern physics करो, parallelly करो. Why is this important? क्योंकि ये कठिन है, this is difficult, but you have to do this because its weightage is high. And while you are doing this, parallelly अगर तुम वो करोगे ना, तो because it's easier, तो when this gets too overwhelming, थोड़ा थकान आ जा रहा है, you can switch to something else. You can switch to something that is easier. And yet you know कि क्योंकि you're doing this in priority, you know कि you are preparing for higher weightage chapters. तो pair 1 with 2. Always, ठीक है? Take one chapter from here, do it with this. So suppose यहाँ पे current electricity कर रहे हो and together you're doing over here modern physics. Because current electricity is bigger, ठीक है? Suppose in one day it is not done. 1 day or 2 days, whatever you planned, it's not done. And you've finished modern physics there. ठीक है? Then keep current electricity. Move on to the next chapter in the list over here. Suppose it's ray optics. So then you are going current electricity and ray optics. So you're pairing 1 and 2. Okay, this is how you make the plan. So this is the first step. The second rule is that pair 1 with 3. Suppose यहाँ पे because it's a bit more difficult, this is going to take you a bit more time to do. So if there are 6 chapters here, by the time you get to the third chapter on this side, you will have finished all the chapters in section 2. Because it's easier, जल्दी हो जाएंगे, जल्दी आराम से काम हो जाएगा, ठीक है? You'll have finished all your chapters over here, and you're still halfway through here. Then what do? You pair 1 with 3. You still continue, the remaining 3 chapters are there, continue, take one by one, pair over here. Take one chapter from over here. Because once again, that same logic, these are difficult. You need something a little less difficult to balance it out so that you don't get overwhelmed. Alright, are we clear with this? Let me know in the chat that you people understand what's happening over here. Okay, why I'm telling to pair 1 with 2 and why I'm telling to pair 1 with 3. Okay, next thing, after you have done, then pair 3 with 4. So I'm hoping by the time you finish this and this, you will have finished section 1. If you have finished section 1, then pair 3 with 4. 4 is the last thing in your priority list. Okay, 4 is the last thing you need in your priority list. That is why you finish section 1, finish section 2, section 3 maybe still a little bit is left, then pair it with section 4 over here. Okay, so section 3, section 4, and now the biggest rule. The biggest rule is that never pair 1 with 4. Never pair section 1 with section 4. Why? Because they are high difficulty. Both of them are high difficulty. If you focus on this and this, pair them together, then because it's difficult, you will get tired. Your mind will get fatigued soon. And then what will happen? This also you'll not do well, which is not a big deal because its weightage is less. But you'll also end up sacrificing this. And this has high weightage. So never pair 1 with 4. Okay? Even if you finish, even suppose you're in section 1, you have done section 2 first along with section 1. Then section 2 finished, you have done section 1 with section 3. Suppose even section 3 is finished. Don't stop. Don't go to section 4. Don't do this and this. If this is finished and this is not yet finished, again revise section 2 with section 1. Take another chapter from section 2 which you felt is still a bit weaker. Okay? So section 1, section 2, section 1, section 3, and only pair section 4 with section 3. Are we clear with this? Okay? So this is going to be your personal thing. You can make this yourself. This is how you use the JEE priority matrix. Once you have set it, you can set out your 30-day plan. Very simple after that. That 30-day plan, how much you need, which day, which chapter you're going to study. You don't have to every morning wake up and then figure out what should I do, or neither will you have a difficulty in understanding what chapter to put together. Many students make a mistake, they'll put one chapter for 5 days. Don't do it. Do them parallelly. That is why this matrix I've given you. Okay, so this will help you create the 30-day plan. Now let me tell you about what is the exact day timetable. So you have your entire day. You have from morning you wake up till night. How do you plan it that? What are the strategies to follow over there? Nova is asking, what is the deadline to complete the syllabus? So syllabus completion target, so I'm making a 30-day plan, right? So in the 30-day plan, by 30 days, you should finish the revision. The last 4 or 5 days is your buffer. If you just thoda agar idhar udhar ho gaya, if you miss out on some chapter, that's when you do. Or if you do everything perfectly, then use that for mock tests. Okay? So this is the matrix. Now let's move to the day-wise plan. Okay, like the day, how do you structure your day? When do you study? Everything. What tips you need to follow over there? All right, this is again very vital to plan out your entire day. So listen carefully. First is the 10-30-60 rule. This I covered in the very first live session as well. तो लाइव सेशन, उस पहले लाइव सेशन में बताए थे 10-30-60 रूल क्या है कि आपको अपना टाइम कैसे डिवाइड करना है. आपका जो टोटल स्टडी टाइम है, हाउ डू यू डिवाइड दैट स्टडी टाइम? How much time do you allocate to different subjects, to different parts of a subject, to doing numericals and everything? So here are the rules. Follow the rules. In the 10-30-60 rule, what are the steps? First, study each subject every day. So you have 3 subjects. You have physics, chemistry, and you have maths. Right? Study each subject every day. I've seen students make a mistake. 1 week they think they'll do physics. You will not do that. You will get tired. You'll get bored. That's how the human mind is. So you need variation. That is why even in the same subject, you're doing 2 chapters parallelly. The same way, do different subjects throughout the day. Okay? There is one exception. I'll tell you, there's one case where you have an exception to this, where you can only do 2 subjects per day. I'll tell you what that exception is. Okay? So this is the first rule. Study each subject every day. Next up, allocate equal hours to each subject. That is another big thing. If you love physics, for example, you don't want to spend the entire time, like if you have 6 hours to study, you don't want to study 5 hours physics and 1 hour maths. Doesn't work. It has to be split equally. Otherwise, you'll get weaker in one subject and stronger in the other. Your entire JEE marks will go. Understand, in JEE, you have to be good at everything. If you are good at one subject and weak at the rest, you will not do well in JEE. Your rank will come very poor. Okay? So allocate equal hours to each subject. Now you've given the hours to the subject. How do you divide the time? When do you practice questions? When do you do backlogs? So that is where the 10-30-60 rule comes into play. What is the 10-30? How is the division done in 10-30-60 rule? First, 10% are for revising notes. 10% of the time you have to revise notes. I've told you this before also. Don't read theory. Revise. You've made notes. How many of you, let me know how many of you have made your own notes. Put it in the comment section. How many of you have made your own notes? Okay? Revise those notes. Okay, that's just 10% of the time. See, I've allocated so little time to revising notes. And you'll understand why is that. Okay? So that is the 10 over here, that 10%. How do you structure the rest of the time? The next step is 30% of the time are for clearing backlogs. So if you have a chapter that you're weak in, that you feel you're not confident in, or maybe even a chapter that you have your teacher did and you missed the class, those are your backlogs. So 30% of your study time, you should attempt to clear backlogs. How do you clear? Look at one-shot videos. Don't read books, don't read theory over there. Get notes. You'll get the notes on the Infinity Learn platform. You also have one-shot videos on the Infinity Learn platform on the YouTube channel as well. So subscribe to that if you haven't already. And use them to clear backlogs, not from books. Okay, books will waste a lot of time. So 30% of your time goes for clearing backlogs. If you don't have a backlog in the chapter that you're dealing with, then this 30% will get added to the next section. That is, 60% are for practicing questions. Majority is for practicing questions. And practicing questions doesn't mean only giving mock tests. While practicing questions, if you cannot solve a question, look at its solution. Because when you look at the solution, it's like revising. It's like revising notes. That is why 10% is here enough. Because even in the 60%, there's a part that will go in revising the notes. Because you're looking at the solutions. So I'll give you a rough breakdown. Okay? A rough breakdown about how this works. So suppose you give 5 hours You give 5 hours to each subject. Okay, you give 5 hours to each subject. Then how is that broken? 10% are for revising notes, which means just half an hour. Just half an hour. This is your full time. 5 hours. ठीक है, just half an hour is for revising notes. Okay, hello Piyush, welcome channel पे. तो आधा घंटा is for revising notes. Then next आया 30% is for clearing backlogs. मतलब 5 hours का 30% क्या हुआ? 1.5 hours. Pardon me. एक सेकेंड, हाँ, तो 1.5 hours, 1.5 hours ये होगा आपका क्लियरिंग बैकलॉग्स. और लास्ट में 60% मतलब बाकी बचा कितना? 3 hours. 3 hours आर फॉर क्लियरिंग योर और फॉर प्रैक्टिसिंग योर क्वेश्चंस. ठीक है, तो ऐसे ब्रेक डाउन करना है आपको. अगर चैप्टर में बैकलॉग नहीं है तो ये 1.5 hours you will add over here. Total 4.5 hours you will give to practicing questions. ठीक है, सुमंत हाय, पीयूष हाय, वेलकम वेलकम सेशन में. तो वी हैव कवर्ड अ लॉट. सुमंत, पीयूष, अगर इफ यू हैव कम जस्ट नाउ, अगर अभी अभी आए हो तो इससे पहले हम लोगों ने एक मैट्रिक्स के बारे में सीखा है, बहुत यूजफुल मैट्रिक्स है. तो लाइव सेशन के बाद वापस आना, वीडियो में देखना, बहुत कुछ सीखने को मिलेगा. कैन यू टीच क्लास 10? पीयूष अभी क्लास 10 का नहीं कर रहे हैं, लेकिन जो प्रायोरिटीज और जैसे डे प्लान दिखा रहे हैं, दिस विल बी यूजफुल इन एनी क्लास, इन एनी पार्ट ऑफ योर लाइफ एज वेल. ठीक है, सो दिस इज द 10-30-60 रूल. दिस इज हाउ यू ब्रेक डाउन योर टाइम. सारे दिन का स्टडी आवर्स ऐसे ब्रेक डाउन करना है. एंड डोंट पैनिक, स्टिक टू दिस. मैं बोल रहा हूं, भरोसा करो, स्टिक टू दिस. पैनिक आ गया, लाइक अरे नहीं होगा, मेरे को थोड़ा रिवाइज ज्यादा करना है, मत करो. पुश योरसेल्फ आउट ऑफ योर कंफर्ट जोन, प्रैक्टिस मोर क्वेश्चंस, उसी में आपका मार्क्स आएगा. आई कीप टेलिंग दिस ओवर एंड ओवर अगेन. ठीक है, सुमन रियल सुमंत हाय, नमस्कार, अरे नमस्ते यार. तो ये हो गया 10-30-60 रूल. ठीक है, क्लियर है सबके लिए? चलो मूव करते हैं आगे. अब आया है कि सारे दिन का प्लान, जो आपको रूटीन बनाओगे आप सारे दिन का, उसमें आपको क्या क्या चीज याद रखने हैं. प्लान आपका फिर से इट विल बी योर कस्टम प्लान, लेकिन आपको कैसे वो प्लान को स्ट्रेटेजाइज करना है, क्या पॉइंट्स है जो आपको याद रखने हैं, क्योंकि बहुत स्टूडेंट्स गड़बड़ करते हैं यहाँ पे. तो एक एक करके वो सारे पॉइंट्स देखने वाले हैं. ठीक है, फर्स्ट पॉइंट, कीप अ गोल्डन आवर इन द मॉर्निंग. ये गोल्डन आवर क्या होता है? व्हाट इज दिस गोल्डन आवर? गोल्डन आवर इज 1 hour इन द डे व्हेन यू हैव मैक्सिमम फोकस. मतलब उस 1 घंटे में मम्मी पापा भाई बहन सबको बोल दो कि मेरे को कुछ तंग मत करना. अपना रूम में अगर बैठे हो, कुंडी लगाना है, कुंडी लगा के बैठ जाओ. ठीक है, पुट अप द लैच, सिट एंड स्टडी. एंड दैट टाइम कीप योर फोन अवे. मेक श्योर कि दैट 1 hour यू डोंट हैव एनी डिस्ट्रैक्शन. पूरा 100% फोकस. अब बोलोगे कि आई शुड डू दिस ऑल थ्रू आउट द डे, लेकिन ये होता नहीं है. बट ऐसे गोल्डन आवर रखना जहां पे यू हैव टू डू द मोस्ट डिफिकल्ट चैप्टर, यू हैव टू डू द मोस्ट डिफिकल्ट चैप्टर, द मोस्ट डिफिकल्ट क्वेश्चंस. तो वो गोल्डन आवर में आपको करना है, और ये सुबह में रखना है. यू हैव टू कीप द गोल्डन आवर इन द मॉर्निंग व्हेन यू हैव द मैक्सिमम विल पावर, maximum focus. You've woken up from your sleep, you're fresh, you have maximum willpower, then keep your golden hour. ठीक है, get the maximum and the toughest tasks done over here. Okay, तो ये हो गया आपका golden hour. This is the first rule. Whenever you make a strategy, make sure you have a golden hour in the morning. This should be the first thing. ठीक है, next, keep all backlogs and difficult chapters for the morning. ये जैसे मैंने बोला, golden hour is the perfect time, लेकिन golden hour 1 घंटा होता है. Suppose in 1 hour it is not done, even then all the backlogs and the difficult chapters, this has to be there in the morning. इसके बाहर नहीं जाना है, सुबह में ही करना है. आप बोलोगे शाम को करेंगे, नहीं. इफ यू थिंक मैथ्स फॉर एग्जाम्पल, बहुत स्टूडेंट्स का मैथ्स वीक होता है. अगर आपका भी मैथ्स वीक है तो इन दैट केस आपको मैथ्स सुबह करना है. जो भी आपको कठिन लगता है सुबह करना है, तब आपका विल पावर है, तब आपका फोकस ज्यादा है. तो वो चैप्टर्स सुबह में करने हैं. बैकलॉग्स एंड ऑल डिफिकल्ट चैप्टर्स हैव टू बी डन इन द मॉर्निंग. तो स्ट्रैटेजाइज वैसे करना, प्लान वैसे करना. ठीक है, नेक्स्ट पॉइंट क्या है? नेक्स्ट पॉइंट है नो स्क्रीन टाइम 2 hours बिफोर बेड. अभी हम लोग का डिजिटल एज में है, आप अभी भी वीडियो देख रहे हो यूट्यूब पे, फोन पे, वो चलो ठीक है, लेकिन आप जब भी सोने जा रहे हो ना, उससे 2 घंटा पहले आप फोन लैपटॉप कुछ मत करो। ऐसे नहीं बोल रहा कि पढ़ाई छोड़ दो 2 घंटे पहले। पढ़ने के लिए किताबें हैं, पढ़ने के लिए आपके पास सॉल्यूशन, आप क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करो किताब लेके। मैं आपको बताऊंगा, एक फुल डे का एग्जाम्पल प्लान दूंगा, उसमें देखना कैसे लास्ट की तरफ यू आर स्टिल स्टडिंग बट यू आर नॉट ऑन योर स्क्रीन्स। दैट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। नहीं तो रात को नींद नहीं आएगा। फर्स्टली दैट यू विल नॉट गेट स्लीप इफ यू आर फोन देखते देखते फिर सो रहे हो, ठीक है, यू विल नॉट गेट प्रॉपर स्लीप। एंड स्लीप इज इंपॉर्टेंट कि सारे दिन में जो पढ़ाई किया है, दिस इज लाइक अभी 1 महीना है, यू आर गोइंग हार्ड कोर विथ योर प्रिपरेशन। इफ यू डोंट गिव रेस्ट टू योर माइंड इट वोंट रजिस्टर, भूल जाओगे। एग्जाम में वही होता है, देखना भूल जाते हैं क्योंकि नींद ठीक से नहीं होता है। तो जब भी प्लान करो, रूटीन करो, ऐसे प्लान बनाओ कि सोने से पहले के जो 2 घंटे हैं उसमें तुम्हें ना तो फोन देखना पड़े ना लैपटॉप। और फोन लैपटॉप बोल रहा हूं मैं, ऐसा नहीं कि यूट्यूब या फिर इंस्टाग्राम, नहीं, कोई लेक्चर भी मत देखो उन 2 घंटों में, ठीक है। तो 2 घंटे पहले कोई स्क्रीन टाइम नहीं। नेक्स्ट, डोंट ट्राई टू स्टडी मोर देन 3 आवर्स एट अ टाइम। अभी स्टूडेंट्स को ना 1 महीने पहले बहुत जोश चढ़ता है, बहुत जुनून आता है कि यार मैं अभी सुबह बैठूंगा, मैं अभी उठूंगा नहीं, अभी 6 घंटे चलने वाले हैं मेरी पढ़ाई, मैं एकदम उठूंगा नहीं। दैट इज अ मिस्टेक। ज्यादा मतलब ये ओवर कॉन्फिडेंट होना सही अच्छी बात नहीं है। तो कभी भी 3 घंटे से ज्यादा, नेवर कीप एनी स्टडी सेशन ग्रेटर देन 3 आवर्स, क्योंकि हमारे ह्यूमन ब्रेन का उतना अटेंशन स्पैन होता नहीं है। तो बाय 3 घंटे, बाय 3 आवर्स योर अटेंशन स्पैन विल गो एंड देन इट्स जस्ट वेस्टिंग टाइम। तो एवरी 3 आवर्स टेक अ ब्रेक। 15 मिनट का भी हो, इवन इफ इट्स 15 मिनट्स, टेक अ ब्रेक, ऑलराइट। तो 3 घंटे के ऊपर करना है ही नहीं। नेक्स्ट पॉइंट, यूज नैप्स, वॉक्स एंड टॉक्स विद फैमिली टू रिलैक्स। ये जो ब्रेक टाइम है, ब्रेक टाइम में ऐसे नहीं कि इंस्टाग्राम खोल दिया, ऐसे नहीं कि यूट्यूब में बैठ के किसी के वीडियोस देख रही है, रिएक्शन वीडियोस देख रहे हो, नहीं नहीं नहीं, वो रिलैक्सेशन नहीं है। या फिर गेम खेलो, पबजी खेलने वाले होते हैं, तो वो सब नहीं करना है, ठीक है। बैटल ग्राउंड्स नहीं खेलना है, क्लैश ऑफ क्लैंस बहुत पॉपुलर है, नहीं करना है। लगता है कि वो रिलैक्स हो रहा है, नहीं हो रहा है, वो दिमाग पे और दबाव डाल रहा है। तुम स्टडीज के टाइम दबाव डाल रहे हो, और दबाव डालोगे तुम एक गेम खेलते वक्त, नहीं। यू नीड टू रिलैक्स एंड द वेज टू रिलैक्स, नैप्स, वॉक्स एंड टॉक्स विद फैमिली। कॉल पे भी ज्यादा नहीं, कॉल पे दोस्तों के साथ ज्यादा बात करोगे ना, वो और डरा देंगे तुमको, तुम घबरा जाओगे ज्यादा, मार्क्स कम आ जाएंगे उससे, ठीक है, क्योंकि तुम तब पैनिक कर जाओगे, पूरा रूटीन का माँ बहन हो जाएगा वहां पे, ठीक है। तो दीज आर द 3 थिंग्स। नैप्स का भी एक बता देता हूं मैं, क्योंकि मेरा जैसे मैंने बोला था कि मेरा रैंक आया था सेकंड, ऑल इंडिया सेकंड रैंक था, और उसके पीछे एक बहुत बड़ा फैक्टर था कि मैं राइट टाइम पे सही तरह से नैप लेता था, क्योंकि दिमाग फ्रेश रहता है नैप लेने से। तो अगर हो तो ये सुनो, नोवा सर लास्ट 10 revision plan, Nova, when we'll get to towards the last 10 days, we will have a last 10-day plan, all right? Right now, don't try to rush things. That will be a mistake on your part, okay? You have time, focus on a wholesome revision plan. Fine? Is that fine, Nova? तो जो भी है, तो नैप्स का क्या है, नैप कैसे लेना है? ऐसा नहीं कि एकदम कंबल, अभी दिस इज विंटर, ऐसा नहीं कि कंबल उड़ाए, कंबल ओढ़ के तकिए पे सर रख के एंड यू फॉल asleep. That is not a nap. The best way to take a nap is to be uncomfortable during the nap. ये ध्यान से सुनो, नींद आ रहा है दोपहर के टाइम, आप पोस्ट लंच, यार मैं बंगाली हूँ, ठीक है, हमारे खून में है कि हमें लंच के बाद सोने की आदत है। तो हाउ डू यू टेक अ नैप? टेबल के ऊपर हेड डाउन करके सो जाओ, या फिर अगर बिस्तर पे भी तुम्हें सोना है तो ऐसे तुम समझ लो जीन्स वीन्स पहने हो, तकिया वकिया नहीं लो, कंबल ना ओढ़ो, जस्ट लेट जाओ, थोड़ा अनकंफर्टेबल रहो, तब डीप नींद नहीं आएगी। देन यू कैन ईजिली गेट अप इन हाफ एन आवर, 15 मिनट्स का नैप ले रहे हो, ऐसे ही नींद टूट जाएगी, एंड व्हेन यू वेक अप यू विल बी फ्रेश, ठीक है। तो टेक अनकंफर्टेबल नैप्स, ये इंपॉर्टेंट है। पूरा एकदम अच्छे से कंफर्टेबल होकर नहीं सोना, you'll sleep way too much। बताओ, लेट मी नो इन द कमेंट, डज दिस हैपन? कितने लोग होता है कि यार मैं सोने जाता हूँ एंड फिर ऐसा सोता हूँ कि बस उठता हूँ 2 घंटे बाद, 3 घंटे बाद नींद टूटी, बिकॉज यू गेट टू कंफर्टेबल। सो टेक अनकंफर्टेबल नैप्स, ठीक है। दीज आर द मेन रूल्स दैट यू हैव टू फॉलो व्हाइल मेंटेनिंग योर रूटीन। अब इसके अलावा देयर आर अ फ्यू की पॉइंट्स व्हिच आर स्पेसिफिक। सी, इन JEE 2023 द स्टूडेंट्स विल अपीयर। There are 2 types of students. All of you who are preparing, you can be categorized in 2 types. The first type are the ones who go to school still, and the ones who are not going to school. These may be either droppers, or you have your what we call as dummy students. Dummy students as in you go to dummy schools where you don't really need to go to school. You can stay at home and study. And for each of them, there are few different points, few key points that are specific to you. So first up, the going to school people. Okay, if you go to school, let me know in the comment section. When we create the plan, this will be important. Let me know in the comment section, when do you get back from school? This I need this to prepare the plan, to give you a sample plan. Okay, so put it in the comment section. How many of you come back? Some people have their class ending at 2 o'clock. किसी का 4 बजे खत्म होता है, कोई 8 बजे तक रहता है. Okay, so let me know this. This is important. When do your classes get over? If you're going to school, first tell me how many are going to school, and then when your classes get over. Okay, then comes into going to school. Okay, Gamana, welcome. You said that should we revise NCERT exemplar? If you're revising NCERT exemplar, do questions from that. Don't read theory. Okay, get your notes and revise the notes. If you don't have notes, we have the notes on the Infinity Learn platform. You can also join our Telegram channel. There you'll get all the notes. Use those notes, revise from that. Okay, so Nova said you get back from 4. Okay, Nova, I'll tell you according to the 4 o'clock plan as well. So going to school, first point for them is, this is the case. You can do only 2 subjects per day because you won't have a lot of time beyond school. So if you try to plan 3 subjects per day, you'll give like 2 hours, 1 hour to each subject. That is not worth it. ये एक चीज पे फोकस आने से पहले ही दूसरे चैप्टर पे शिफ्ट कर गए, तो इट्स नॉट वर्थ इट. ठीक है, तो यू कैन डू ओनली 2 सब्जेक्ट्स पर डे इफ यू आर गोइंग टू स्कूल, बिकॉज स्कूल में ऑल्सो यू आर प्रिपेयरिंग. ठीक है, यू आर ऑल्सो प्रिपेयरिंग समवॉट इन स्कूल, स्पेशली द क्लास 12 चैप्टर्स. नेक्स्ट, revise wherever possible. So you are in your school doesn't mean कि you now have access to, like, this is my chill time. I mean, you are in school. That's in fact a bit of a chill time. But whenever you get an opportunity, keep your notes book, the copy in which you have your notes, keep that with you. Break time, you're eating lunch, revise. Okay? You're going to school. Suppose you go to school in a school bus. Sitting in the bus, revise. I know a lot of friends will come and tell you, come on, chill, let's have a chat. You have 1 month left. Okay? You have to focus on these things. इन पे focus करो. अभी दोस्तों के साथ, जो दोस्त तुम्हारा भला चाहेंगे ना, जो दोस्त भला चाहेंगे वो लोग समझेंगे. Take a stand. Take a stand कि यार मेरे को लाइफ में कुछ करना है, मैं अभी डिस्ट्रैक्ट नहीं हो सकता, मेरे को तो 1 महीना दे दे, 1 महीने बाद मैं तेरे से बात करूंगा, या फिर अप्रैल तक दे दे, उसके बाद मैं तेरे से बात करूंगा. ठीक है, यू कैन क्लास में थोड़ा बहुत बात ठीक है, लेकिन वेन एवर यू गेट अ चांस, रिवाइज, ऑलवेज कीप. ऐसे देखो जो रिलीजियस लोग होते हैं वो हमेशा एक बाइबल या कुरान या गीता लेके घूमते हैं, वैसे अपना कुरान, बाइबल, गीता अपना रिविजन नोटबुक बना लो. ठीक है, कीप द नोट्स, ऐसे ही लेके हर जगह पे लेके चलो. मौका मिला देख लिया, 2 फॉर्मूला भी देख लिया ना, दैट्स गुड. ठीक है, सो फॉर यू टाइम इज क्रूशियल. इफ यू आर गोइंग टू स्कूल, टाइम इज क्रूशियल फॉर यू, मेक द मोस्ट ऑफ इट. Okay, next important point for you is keep the golden hour in the morning. If you are going to school, you will be tempted ki yaar I have classes from 8. So when do you go to school also? Let me know that. I go to school at 8 o'clock. So how can I study in the morning? That doesn't matter. If you need to wake up at 6, if you need to wake up at even 5:30, ठीक है, 5:30 चलो is too much. Most people go to school at around 8. ठीक है, wake up at 6:30. Give that golden hour in the morning. Study 1 hour, that golden hour in the morning, then go for school. Don't just keep your preparation post school. ठीक है, at least 1 hour in the morning, that golden hour is very important for you. I cannot stress this enough. So keep that 1 hour in the morning. Fine. And approximate how many hours will you be able to get out. This is just a rough approximation. Different school timings, different it will come, but you should get at least 6+ hours beyond your school and everything. ठीक है, at least this. And don't be scared. I'll give you a statistic. I'll give you something which will reinstill your confidence in this, that 6+ is still good enough. ठीक है, if you are efficient, that is why you have to revise wherever possible, so that beyond this 6 hours you're still revising. And these 6 hours you can only focus on practicing questions. Now come to those who are not going to school, the droppers or the people who don't go to school because the school allows it. Now What is important? You have time. Time is not a big deal for you. You have almost double the amount of time that they have. But still, there are a few mistakes that most people make. So let's cover that. First, be aware of digital distraction. The good thing about the school students is that in school, most places, they don't allow a mobile. So they are not that distracted. But if you are all day, you're in your room, you're all day studying, you're more susceptible to eventually open up your phone and just scroll through Instagram. That mindless scrolling through Instagram. Okay, or mindless scrolling through Facebook, or playing one battlegrounds, or Clash Royale, you attack someone's village. Okay? I've seen lots of students. So the digital distraction is a big thing for you. And next point is that daytime is the best time. As in, I've seen students who, because they don't have to go to school early morning, they will prefer to study till 4 o'clock at night, 5 o'clock at night, and then wake up at 12 o'clock. I am telling you, this is not just me telling, okay? This is a statistical data I'm telling you, and this has been studied experimentally by scientists as well, that your mind is sharper in the daytime, in the morning, than it is at night. All of you who will tell that that is not the case, that is not the case for me, okay? I am telling you, give it a shot. In the beginning, it might be a bit difficult, the first 1-2 days to wake up early. Give it a shot. I'm telling you, morning, daytime study is far better than nighttime study. Okay, nighttime study is like a panic level study. Okay. So Nova says, my school actually encourages us to self-study. Portions are completed 20 days ago, so I can follow not going to school. Yeah, you can follow this not going to school as well. So beware of these two things, Nova. Digital distraction, if you have your phone, you'll be very tempted, especially when the stress is piling up. And second, get most of your study done in the daytime. Don't stay up late. Another reason why you should not stay up late is that your JEE exams generally will be in the morning. So if you make a habit of staying up till 4 o'clock and sleeping till 12 o'clock, the day that you have to go for JEE, उस दिन सुबह बहुत नींद आएगा. You'll not be at your best. You'll be sleepy because your sleep pattern is like that. You don't want that. Changing the sleep pattern takes time. That is why get used to that sleep pattern, that you sleep earlier. I won't say earlier, but still, don't stay up till 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. Instead, stay up till maybe 12 o'clock, tops, and then wake up early. Wake up at 6 and then study. I'm telling you that time is far better. Now, the approximate time that you should get is 12 plus hours. If you push yourself, you can take it to 15. I've even seen students taking it to 18 a few days before the exam. I will not recommend that far. So, means 30 days before, I won't recommend you to go 18 because then you're sacrificing sleep, and sleep is important. Okay? So, 12 plus at least you should get. Now, here is the startling thing. Here is the startling thing. Going to school, people get 6 hours. Those who don't go to school get 12 hours. Who do you think should be scoring better and getting better marks, getting better ranks? By obvious logic, you would feel that this person, because they get more time, they can study more. But statistically, the people who go to school are the ones who get better ranks, who get better scores. And the reason that is the case is mainly this. Because when you are at home and you are studying all day, you will be distracted. These students, since they know half the day is gone in school, when they come back, they have that rush. They have that urgency. They will focus and study. But since you feel that you have all day, you will be lethargic. You will take a long nap. You will maybe think one game doesn't matter, I have 12 hours. So I'm telling you, there's this vast difference in study time. But statistically, going to school people get better results. So be very careful of especially this, the digital distraction. Alright? So now we've got a few, if anyone else wants to give in your contribution as to your school, what time do you go to school, what time do you come back from school? Okay, and we'll make a rough plan. I'll give you a sample plan. You can make the plan yourself based on all that we have covered today. So, okay, Richa, you say in school we were made a bookworm, not a thinker. That's how the system is. But I'm telling you, that is not the case post your 12 as much. Especially if you get into the top colleges. NITs, IITs, if you get to, they will make you thinkers. We have open books exam in IIT. Means you don't have to remember. You can open the book, you can open your notes and answer. So they will not give you things to mug up so that you can get full marks. They'll give you things that you even if you read, you have to think. So we have open book exams. So that's the education system, Richa. Okay, so we've got even 5:30 p.m. Gamana says that she comes back at 5:30 p.m. So let's make a sample timetable, all right? Let's make a sample timetable. So firstly for the going to school people. When can you wake up? I would say wake up around 6 to 6:15. Freshen up, and then your first study hour, that golden hour that that golden hour that I'm talking about, make that between 6:30 to 7:30. This becomes your golden hour. Post 7:30 go to school. Even if it is a bit of a rush, do that. 6:30, 7:30. If this is not suitable, push it forward. Okay? Push it forward, as in go to start at 6 to 7 if your school starts even earlier. Okay? This is your first golden hour. Then suppose let's take the case of Nova. He says that he comes back at 4. If you come back at 4, when you come back, you need to probably eat something, take a little rest, okay? And then you start, maybe 1 hour break you take, start at 5. Your next study hour comes at 5 to 7, 2 hours, okay? 2 hours, you can easily go 2 hours over there. So you have 5 to 7 over there. This is your second study hour slot. Then at 7 o'clock, take a small break, 15-minute break. What do you do in the break? A nap is a bit difficult in 15 minutes, and you don't need a nap because you had the nap in the 4 to 5 that time. Eat, take a nap on your study table, whatever. Okay? So you have 5 to 7. Then take a 15-minute break. Your next study slot would be 7:15 to 9:15. 7:15 to 9:15 is your next study slot. So we'll get to the total number of hours. 7:15 to 9:15 next study slot. 9:15 to 9:45 is your dinner time. Spend time with your family, have dinner, eat well. I cannot stress this enough. Eat well, don't eat a lot of junk. Okay, maybe if you need, let us know in the comment section. We'll do another video on what kind of food you should eat, how you should structure your sleep time and eating times as well. So let us know in the comments. If you need that, we'll make a video on that as well. But as of now, 9:15 to 9:45, dinner. Okay? And then you have 9:45 to 11:45 as your next study slot. Okay? So now see how many hours do you get. You have 1 hour here, you have 1 here, you have 2 here, another 2 here, another 2 here. So you get 7 hours out. I said 6 plus, you get 7 hours out. So I think Gamana, she said 5:30 p.m. If you're getting out at 5:30 p.m, Gamana, can you let me know what time do you go to school? Gamana, if you're there, let me know what time do you go to school. Okay? Because if you're getting out at 5:30, then your slots would be like from evening, I would say 6 to 8. Then 8:15 to 10:15, and then maybe the last slot would be a bit off. And see, this is a crucial thing. Remember how I told you last 2 hours you should not have any screen time. So that is this slot over here. Let's put it in green. This slot over here. In this slot, in the last slot, make sure you're not reading anything from your laptop or your mobile. So this is your time when before bed. So you go to sleep at 12, 11:45, you leave everything, go to sleep. And trust me, if you have studied like this, if you've woken up early and studied well, you will go to sleep feeling fulfilled and you'll get a good sleep as well. Okay, so this plan is clear. Now, Gamana, if you're there, so you 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Okay, if it's 8 a.m, then you get this golden hour, Gamana, but I think you will lose 1 hour here. So you'll still reach around 6 hours. Okay, you'll still reach around 6 hours. Maybe you might have to push yourself a bit more. Okay, but I'm hoping if you're there till 5:30 p.m, then even in school you are getting some kind of classes related to that. Is that the case, Gamana? Are you getting some kind of NEET JEE classes in your school itself? Let me know in the comment. Okay, meanwhile we'll move to the people who are not going to school. If you're not going to school, then your structure is a little different. You need to extract 12 hours out. So how do you break this down? How many, Jashwant asked, how many hours do we have to sleep? So you need at least 6 hours. Many people say 7 hours, many people say 8 hours, and I will say that if you're not used to it, maybe 7 hours is a good time for you. And preferably you can over time get it to 6 hours. Because besides 6 hours, besides the 6 hours, 12 to 6, 6:15, you'll also have that nap time. Okay, you'll also have that nap time. Fine, Gamana, you're from the IIT campus. Can you let me know which IIT campus you're from? Right, so you have this, okay, you're from the IIT campus, from Sri Chaitanya or not, Gamana, let me know. So anyway, you have to keep at least 6 hours. That's minimum. That's there in this timetable itself. And because you put a nap in between, a half an hour or 15-minute nap, your energy levels will stay up high. I can promise you that. You know Cristiano Ronaldo, right? You know, he naps many times throughout the day. That is what keeps up his energy. So naps are very powerful if you know how to use it, if you don't fall asleep during it. Next, okay, Gamana from Sri Chaitanya. Okay, then Gamana, you can also get the notes and everything from the Meta app, right? Anyway, now those who are not going to school, for them, those who are not going to school, for them you have, you're still waking up at around 6:30. Your first batch is from, one moment, let's change the color out to similar colors. So your first would be 6:30 to push it all the way to 9:30. Why do I put a 3-hour slot here? Because when you wake up, you are fresh. You are really fresh at that time. You can do a 3-hour at that. Your willpower is high. Out of that, 1 hour is your golden hour. Okay? 1 hour is going to be your golden hour, and then add 2 more after that. If you can push your golden hour, do it. I mean, why not? It's effective. But 3-hour slot in the very beginning. Then 9:30 to 10 is your break. Have your breakfast, spend some time. You won't need a nap. You've just woken up 3 hours before. You won't need a nap. But talk to your family, spend more time, chill, relax a bit. Then from 10 you start your next preparation. Go from 10 to, now this can be a bit variable to you, you can go to 12 o'clock. Okay? If you can push to 1, if you can do another 3 hour in here, great. Because this time generally keep for solving questions. Okay? So you go to 12. Suppose I'm keeping it till 12 for most of you. Alright? Now at 12, again take a break. Don't take a long break. Take a break till 12:15. Right? Because you need, like I said, 2 hours. Take a break. Then from 12:15 to 2:15 is your next study slot. You have another 2 hours pushing in here before lunch. Okay, you can have your breakfast 9:30 to 10. Then at 2:15, most people have the 2:15 as their lunch time. Post 2, you do your lunch. If you do your lunch at 1 o'clock, then make this 10 to 1 and then have your lunch. Are we clear about this? Make this 10 to 1 o'clock instead of 10 to 12 and then have your lunch. Because if you stop at 12, then again 12:15 to 1, that 45 minutes is, it will take you that much time to focus only. So rather push it till 1, have your lunch, then again restart it. So till 2:15 you had it. Your break is going to be till 3 o'clock, from 2:15 to 3. That is, take a bath and have lunch. So Jaswant, you were asking, can you give high weightages of syllabus? So Jaswant, we just did a live session yesterday called 99 percentile, how to get 99 percentile in first attempt. Check this out after this live session ends, and you will find all the details about physics, chemistry, maths, what are the important chapters, everything you'll find in that session. Okay? So as of now, you're 2:15, till 3 o'clock is your break. These people can even have a bit of a buffer. I'll tell you, if you're not focused enough, you will sleep. If you sleep, you will sleep all the way till 3:34. Don't do that. From 3 o'clock you can start. 3 to 5, next slot. 5:30 to 7:30 is your next slot over there. See, I'm putting them all in one by one. Okay? 7:30, you can even push this a bit less. Okay, let's make things a bit different here. Let's make this till 7. Just a 1.5 hour slot. And you'll see why I'm telling this 1.5 hour slot. Because from 7 to 9 is your next study slot. 9 o'clock you go for dinner. Pardon me, one mistake I made here. It's going to be 7:15 to 9. Why 7:15 to 9? Because you need that break. You've done a 1.5 hour. You can't again go from 7 to 9. That would be 3.5 hours. Don't go beyond 3 hours, okay? So your next becomes 7:15 to 9:15. 7:15 to 9:15. Once you go 7:15 to 9:15, then you can follow from here on. 30 minutes of dinner, then 9:45 to 11:45. Let's plot it here. From here, let's take it here. The next slot, 9:45 to 11:45. And again, let's put this in the green color. This is the time when you are free from your from any digital device. No screen time, 2 hours before bed, 0 screen time. You again go to sleep at 12. And now see how many hours you're getting. Calculate and see how many hours you're getting. You get 2 hours here. This gives you 2. This gives you 2 more. Here you have 2 more. You get 2 from here, 1.5 from here, 2 here, and another 2 from this side. So that's 2 plus 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13.5 hours. I told you more than 12 hours. It's going to 13.5 hours with this schedule. So you also have some buffer time. Okay, you also have some buffer time. So Funny says, sir, I go at 7 a.m. and come at 7:30 p.m. So in that case, Funny, I'm assuming that in your case you are also doing some kind of preparation in your college as well, because I'm assuming you're from South India, because that pattern is typical to South India. And if you're doing, you have sessions, like you have NEET sessions, you also have study hours over there. Okay, so utilize those study hours. If you have come in late, you can go back later on when this video is available again. Like the live session will be up on YouTube. Look at it again. We have discussed a lot of strategies about if you have those long hours, how do you plan them out? Okay, what are the specific steps that you need to take? So we have done that. So go through the video again at the end if you've forgotten. So this is 13.5 hours getting out. So let's put this up in a color. Let's say, so going to school people, from this, how much did we get? We got 7 hours for them. 6 plus, you got 7 hours. And for the not going to school people, you get 13.5 hours. There's a big difference. But still I'm telling, statistically these people score better because you have a higher chance of getting distracted. If you can hold if you can commit to yourself, if you can hold your focus throughout, you can score way, way better than them. But it's more challenging for you to keep hold of your own, your attention span. Alright, so that is the plan. I've given you how to break down your day, how to structure your day. I've also told you about that JEE priority matrix. You can come back, see that again so that you understand what exactly you need to do to structure the chapters, how to pair chapters together. And then you will be able to create the entire plan. It's going to take you the entire process that I told you, both the day timetable and that table, the 30-day table. That's going to take you roughly 15 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes per subject. So in 1 hour, this plan will be ready. So get that plan ready. Okay, let me know, especially with regards to the plan, that how many hours. Come back to the comment section after you have made the plan in this video. Come back to the comment section and post over there how many hours you're able to get out. How many hours you can get, what your timings are, and how many hours you can get out. It will motivate everyone else as well. Okay. All right, so that's it. I hope you have got the plan, how to structure your timetable, how to overcome difficult questions. Funny, so difficult questions, like I said, it depends on why you have the difficulty. Is it a backlog chapter, or is it a chapter in which you generally consider it difficult? Because if you practice enough, if your concepts are clear, then you won't necessarily have any difficult chapters. Okay, so it also depends on what kind of which chapter you're talking about, what your goals are. Are you targeting 99 percentile, or you want to be one of the toppers? So your goals are different. It takes more time to solve. So that comes with practice, Funny. That comes with practice. At this time, be strategic about whether you can improve the result significantly, or whether you should rather be focused on if I can solve it or not. Okay, focus on solving it first. The speed is going to come over time. And if it's difficult for you, most of the time it will be difficult for other people also. It will not affect your percentile. So Nova, should I leave books like DC Pandey and concentrate on PYQs, or should I balance them? So Nova, PYQs are very important. To everyone out there who's listening, PYQs are very important. Okay, make sure every PYQ is done. And then DC Pandey and all the other books, even the content we have on Infinity Learn platform, you can check them all out. All of them you need to do above your PYQ. So at Infinity Learn, even our database, we have them all the year's questions in different you can sort them out based on what topic you want. And so from there you'll get access to PYQs, and you'll also get access to a whole range of questions. So keep practicing. PYQs are also important, Nova. Okay, so that's it. I hope it's all clear to you. Subscribe to the channel, because we'll be coming up with more sessions. Meanwhile, if you have any doubts, or if you want a specific live session or a video on any concept, put that in the comment section. So this video will be available on YouTube. After this live session ends, YouTube will post it by itself on this link itself. So come back, post your doubts in there, post your questions in there, subscribe to the channel, because we'll be doing more such sessions going forward. So that's it. Like the video. That's very important. If you have got value out of this, if I've been able to give you a timetable that you can make use of, then like this video. It helps us out a lot. Comment, like I said, and share this video. Share this video with people, your friends also, who are preparing for your JEE, so that they also can create a similar timetable. All right, so that's it from this session. Thank you so much for tuning in and staying with me throughout. I hope you all prepare your timetable effectively. Post in the comment section about the times you're getting, the study times you're getting over there. And subscribe to the channel so that you can see me next when I go live with the next strategy or tip based on your JEE. So as the days come, we'll create strategies based on the remaining days. So that's it for this session. I'll see you all in the next one.